So in this next video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a paraffin wax. So you'll have your paraffin wax heater. It's always good to have a plastic bowl, just like this, a small one, just to place your actual paraffin into, and then you'll use your paraffin brush to take it out of the bowl and paste it onto the client's hand. It's not worth dipping your client's hands or feet into the paraffin wax heater. I know there's lots of images online, lots of videos online of that being done, but it's not the best way for health and safety. It's cross-contamination because you've got different people's hands and feet going in each one. Unless you're going to change your paraffin wax each time, which would then become quite costly, it's just worth having a little bowl that you can dip into it to take enough out for the treatment that you're doing at that point in time. So I'm just going to move your hand over a little bit more. Do you need to push your chair out? Are you okay? Yeah. So you want to make sure that your client's hand is in a little bit of a bag like this, because you'll literally wrap that over while it sets, and then you should be able to pull it off in one. I say that now, when I come to do it I probably won't be able to, but generally you do take it off in one. So got the paraffin wax. It's always worth checking the temperature, so just paste it on slightly. Is that okay for you to handle?
It's a bit hot.
Bit hot. So if it is too hot, just sort of give it a little minute in the bowl before you paste a little bit more on. It is supposed to feel quite hot, and it should cool just as quick as it feels it. Happy for me to carry on? So you're literally just pasting it on. You want it quite thick. It will feel, when you're doing this on the fingertips or the toes, they'll probably feel the sensation a little bit more around those areas than anywhere else. But the trick is that you're pasting it on. Get them to keep their hands and fingertips close together. So you're going to work on one side of the hand. You want to be working as quickly as you possibly can. The paraffin wax, as you can see, sets really, really quickly. Just bring your thumb in for me. So you want to make sure that it's on nice and thick. When working around that wrist area, you really want to build the thickness up, because this is what will help you take it off much easier. Again, making sure that there's a connection in between there. Now the idea in this is the heat from this helps to relax all the muscles, helps improve circulation, it softens all the skin. So it is quite a good treatment to do for anyone that's got dry skin, poor circulation or anything like that. So again, you're pasting it on nice and thick. I'm just going to get a little bit more because I've run out. So going over those fingertips, over the thumb area, and just a little bit more around that wrist area. Now what you're going to do is you're going to ask your client to lift the hand up and flip the hand over, and now you're going to paste on this side again. The heat might feel quite a lot again when you change sides, but no sooner as they feel it, it should disappear straight away. So again, they'll feel it a lot more around the fingertips, or if you're doing it on the feet, on the toes. But the trick is, as I keep saying, you need to be pasting it on nice and thick. If you don't do it thick enough, you'll spend ages, and I mean ages, peeling the stuff back off. So the thickness really is important. So that you can remove it nice and easy. So again, working over those fingers. Making sure you've covered all of the sides. Try and make sure there's no holes or anything in it on the hand, so you can see any gaps like that, just tip some on. Making sure it's nice and thick around that wrist section. So that's now the hand nice and covered. You probably even go a little bit thicker with it, but for now I'm just going to do that. So all you're going to do now is just wrap that. Again, you can apply your mitts to the hand over it. You can wrap a towel around it, or you can literally just leave it like that. So for this video I'm going to leave it like that. I am just going to pause again just while it sets. Usually by the time you've done your next hand, your first hand would be ready to come off. What I usually say though is it's nice to just do both of the hands and then just leave the client to relax for 5 minutes. That way then you know it's set all over, which again should give you a much easier removal. So I'm just going to pause this and I will be back with you in a moment. So it's all now nice and dry and set. So usually you can see this plastic is now stuck to it. So you want to keep that stuck over it nicely. And what you want to do, I'm just going to move this camera back a little bit more just so that you can see. So you want to push the wax. So you can see how I'm pushing the bag underneath the paraffin wax. Now it's set and I'm just lifting it ever so slightly. Trying not to break it, and then you're going to get your client to turn a hand around, and again you're going to do the same now underneath, making sure that you connect all the sides together. So if you can see, the plastic bag is now underneath and it's rolling. There's none left on the skin. Get your client to turn a hand around. I'm just going to lift this camera up so we don't keep catching it. Just check that's still in focus. There we go. So it's now all caught underneath, and now all you're going to do is lift the client's hand up, supporting with both of yours, and you're just going to keep from the top pushing that bag around and under, and then eventually you should just be able to slide. Just move your hand back a little bit. Trick is to do it nice and slowly, and you'll be able to feel it lifting off the skin, and that is then the paraffin wax off all in one. Now if it wasn't done thin enough, so you can see in there that's her hand shape, so you got a thumb through there and all the fingers, and it looks like she wants to have a look as well, so I'm going to turn it that way so you can see all the hand shape through there. Now if that wasn't done thick enough, you wouldn't have been able to start that roll underneath, and what you would have found is on the skin there would have just been loads of paraffin wax. So if you go to do your first one and you go to take it off and you've literally got paraffin wax everywhere, you're finding you're having to pick it off, you haven't applied it thick enough. You always want to make sure you apply it nice and thick. Again, you don't want to do it too thick to the point that there's that much on the hand you're still struggling to get it off because of the weight of it, but it should come off so you can see, wrong way, that the hand is nice and clean. There's no paraffin wax on it anywhere, so it's all come off nicely. So this would be the part of the treatment that you'd do. You'd do this just before the moisturiser. So after you've done the exfoliation and the mask, you would then apply the paraffin wax. So if you've got any questions on that, or you need any more help or anything with that, please just let me know. Pop a message in the Google Classroom, and I can arrange a live video call or just a few messages back and forth with you till you figure it out. Other than that, I will see you in one of the next videos. Bye.